Yeah, it's not ideal. I mean, I can only speak from a preparation point of view, especially towards the World Cup. The schedule is what it is. It's always going to be the format that's going to be the shortest time and probably the longest space in between. But especially now for the World Cup, it's really important for us just to get some game time. Most of the guys have been playing domestic cricket, 4-day cricket. So it's just nice to use this as a almost time in the middle again for those guys. And also for us who play Test cricket, it's been a while for us playing the shortened form. So hopefully we can get some cricket in tomorrow, and the same in Centurion. Yeah, we've got two warm-up games. One is against Pakistan, and I think the other one is against a Bangladesh A team. So that's great. I mean, it's obviously in those conditions. Like I said before this series, us as a team are almost ready now to go to the World Cup in terms of our form that we've had of late. But the only thing that's important out of these games is, like I said, is some time in the middle. Get guys who haven't been playing with a white ball in a while, just to get them more accustomed to when they get there. Yeah, I mean, Dave has had a fantastic 2020 tournament. So, I think he's ready to go. It will be nice to give Albie some game time. Like I said, he hasn't played for the national side for, I think it's 2 years or something like that. So, in terms of his mental preparation, it would be ideal for him to get some game time in. So yeah, hopefully the weather plays along, because I think he will be an important asset for us. Yeah, that's true. With the makeup of our team, we don't have a huge variety of bowling at the death, but also the guys who have been doing it has taken responsibility for that quite well. Just from all the cricket that I've played with Albie, he wouldn't. I would be looking to use him in another role than the death. I think he offers you more when the ball's swinging, and in the middle when he can bowl his variations. So at the time, not looking at that now. Yeah, Gary just always when he comes in, he's just really good because he brings a lot of energy into our group. He's a guy that gets down and works really hard. So I mean, today's session he threw right through to every batter, and it's just nice to have that cricket brain around for us to pick and just talk specific. It's also nice to have him as a previous coach, obviously a fantastic player. So from a management and a brain trust point of view, it's just to bounce some ideas of him, see what he thinks. So I really enjoyed having a chat with him this morning. My thinking as a captain and strategically what sort of things to discuss with him, and he was really good helping me a lot. Definitely, yeah. I think Bjorn is a fantastic bowler, and we're going to have to use him wisely. We've got nice competition. There's not too many fast bowling spots open, but that's great because it means that any of the guys can play on a different occasion. I think it's important that from a selection point of view that we look who we're playing on the day and what the conditions is. I think certainly from my point of view, it's not necessarily because you're winning to just keep the same team all the time, but play the team that you're playing against on the day and the conditions, and pick your team accordingly. That for me is the biggest key for us as a team. We've got huge reflection points that we can use going into this World Cup. We beat Sri Lanka in that series where we got absolutely hammered in the one days, and mentally we were nowhere, but we picked ourselves up and we won that series 2-1. Then we went to Dubai, same thing again. I think we beat them at 2-0. So that's why I said, as we are now, we are ready for the World Cup. Our preparation has been fantastic. We made that goal for ourselves that we want to be number 1 or number 2 14 months ago, and we did that. I think we were number 6 when we started the process. So we've had a great build up to the World Cup. Everything's running according to plan. Now it's just hopefully get some game time against Australia, and then we're ready to go. I think they've got a really dangerous side. Their makeup of their side is very dangerous strikers up front. Where we is probably a little bit different. We've got serious hitters in the middle and the back. So it's important to understand the threat that they have in that. The opening combination. Guys like them will always offer you chances, so it's important for us as a unit to try and get wickets early. And then I think as a general, obviously we're not playing them in the World Cup. So from a strategy point of view, you're not looking too much into that, but it's important that if you do play them and you beat them, you carry that in. If you get them in the semi-finals and the finals, you have that mentally, you have the edge over them. Yeah, Emi is very important to me. He's as big a strike bowler as any of our, as a Dale Steyn is to our team. I really, the success of Imran Tahir in the World Cup is going to hugely determine how we do. He's like you say, he does really well in those conditions. And us as a team back him completely. I understand he's a game changer, but I also understand what comes with that. Imran is never a guy that needs to bowl and try and keep the run rate down for you. He's a wicket taker, so I understand that, and you need to get the best out of him and bowl him in those situations where we're looking to get wickets. And he's, like you said, he's done fantastically the last 12 months for us. So I know the conditions probably doesn't suit him. It's been wet, it's been raining, the ball will be a little bit slippery, but irrelevant of how well or badly he bowls for me, doesn't affect how important he is for us going to Bangladesh.